Ciao, ciao, doston. कैसे हो आप लोग? And finally, match day 4 of the UEFA Champions League comes to an end, and we're going to review what happened on Wednesday night. So, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, like the video, share it with your friends. I create content around football, cricket, other sports with a slight preference towards Serie A because I'm a Roma fan. So, without any further ado, let's get to the battle of Twitter between Internazionale Milano एंड आर्सेनल एंड ये गेम था बहुत हाइप हो रहा था ट्विटर में करीबन 1.5-2 साल से आई थिंक पता नहीं ये राइवलरी कैसे आया बट it's been a while since Inter and Arsenal played each other. I think the last game was in 2003. I remember Thierry Henry ripping through an Inter side with I think it was a 5-1 victory for Arsenal away from home. So उसके बाद में बहुत कुछ हो चुका है दोनों टीम्स की हिस्ट्री में, लेकिन 1.5-2 साल से ये राइवलरी चल रहा है ट्विटर पे एंड आर्सेनल एंड इंटर फैंस आर गोइंग एट इट एंड फाइनली वी गॉट टू सी द गेम आफ्टर ऑलमोस्ट 20 years एंड इट वाज अ गुड गेम. आई मीन मैंने ये कहा था कि दिस वाज गोइंग टू बी अ वेरी Serie A गेम बिटवीन टू साइड्स. दे विल नॉट गिव एनीथिंग अवे एंड इंटर kind of resting a few of the players before the big game against Napoli. There was no Bastoni, there was no Barella, there was no Mkhitaryan, there was no Marcus Thuram, and eventually it took a penalty from Hakan Çalhanoğlu to separate both the teams. 1-0 classic Inter win, classic Simone Inzaghi ball, and I know ki Arsenal fans I don't think so they're fans. I would respectfully say that they're more of people who haven't been exposed to other leagues, other types of football, and there are 2 ways, there are 3 ways, there are 4 ways to win a game. I don't think so there is a correct way to win a game, and I think Inter did the job on the night. They got the goal. It was a very legitimate goal. You see handballs ka jo naya rule hai, it is very reactionary, but it is what it is, and I don't think so there's a question on the penalty in my opinion. Otherwise, after that, Inter really shut down Arsenal. Arsenal had 14 corners in the game, and Inter, I think, apart from one corner which Dumfries cleared off the line, they defended pretty well. And Bisek ki baat karu. Bisek was so good. I think the best chance that Arsenal had was a Kai Havertz shot. It ricocheted and the ball came to Havertz, and Bisek was there before Havertz could turn and spin and take the shot. Bisek blocked the shot. I mean, stellar Simone Inzaghi performance. अगर आप Serie A देखते नहीं हो तो this is what he's been doing week in and week out. And this is without Alessandro Bastoni, who's probably Italy's best defender, Inter's best defender, and Di Marco, who's been inspirational, kind of bombing up and down in the left hand side. So overall, I would say kudos to Inter. Arsenal, of course, had their injury issues. ऐसा नहीं है कि I'm not giving them credit. I think they played really well, but over the course of 90 minutes and stoppage time, Inter came out on top, and that's what pretty much they've been doing, which is why they've won the Scudetto. They're the reigning Scudetto holders, and of course they also had a run to the Champions League, and all this at a fraction of a budget, because remember, Simone Inzaghi had to sell the likes of Onana, Lukaku, of course, Milan Skriniar as well. So all this time, they've been making some very smart transfers. Like, for example, Zielinski was brought on a free by, Beppe Marotta, who's a genius in these free signings, especially for nights like this. Okay, and Davide Fratesi ko bahut flack milta hai. I know Inter fans actually, give him a lot of flack, but he was quite decent tonight, So, and Dumfries as well. And how about Darmian and Bisek kind of like, taking that, nullifying that Arsenal attack from their right-hand side. So overall, I think excellent team victory for Inter, and a good win for them. For Arsenal, it's a bit of a struggle, going into this international break. I'm sure that after the break is over, they'll have a few of the players recovered, and they'll get bombing as well in the league and in Europe. But good win for another Serie A side, Atalanta winning 2-0 against Stuttgart. Very tricky game. And it was the man of the moment for them. Ademola Lookman scoring, assist by Charles de Ketelaere. Both these guys have been in excellent from for Gasperini, and of course Nicolo Zaniolo getting his first goal for Atalanta, and a 2-0 win away in Germany for them. Inter and Atlanta still haven't conceded a goal in this season's Champions League, so that's pretty impressive. Three-men backline for both Gasperini, the OG guru of the three-man backline in this modern era, and of course Simone Inzaghi also follows a similar setup as well. So Inter and Atlanta, doing well for Italy in this week of the Champions League. Aapne dekha ki Milan also went away to the Bernabeu and beat Madrid. So overall, it's been a good week for Italian sides. A horrible one for English teams. And उस पे मैं बात करूंगा Aston Villa losing to Club Brugge and Tyrone Mings, man, what a brain fade, absolute brain fade. उसने handball किया, अगर आपने देखा नहीं, just go and check it out. He thought that Martinez had just rolled the ball to him, but in fact Martinez had started play, and Mings handballing, and of course conceding the penalty, and Villa losing their first game in the Champions League 1-0 to Club Brugge. But another amazing big game of the night was between Paris Saint-Germain and Atletico Madrid, and I watched the highlights of this game. This is peak Diego Simeone ball, because PSG, I don't know if you're a PSG fan, how did you lose this game, man? I mean, it was absolute shithousery that happened in this game. And of course, PSG had all the chances, all the possession, all the chances. 1-1 on the night, and Atletico Madrid score deep in stoppage time. Correa scoring that goal. And yeah, इसमें मैं Donnarumma को blame नहीं करूँगा. I think there was a PSG defender जिसके पैर के बीच से ball गया. As a goalkeeper, it's very difficult. If you have a defender, the ball passes between the legs, you literally have no time to make a decision and save. So I saw a lot of flack online for Donnarumma, but I don't think so he was at fault for the Atletico winner. But it was PSG 1, Atletico 2. PSG with a horrible record in this season's Champions League. And it's ironic that they are the richest French team and they're doing horribly bad at this point. Speaking of French teams, excellent result for Stade Brestois, winning 2-1 away to Sparta Praha. They're in the upper echelons of the table. We'll get to the table. जो अपना railway timetable है, हम लोग उस पे चले जाएंगे. Last but not the least, in terms of the big games that were there, you had Barcelona beating Red Star Belgrade 5-2. Rafinha continuing his excellent form, and he's in this purple patch right now, and Hansi Flick has slowly created a monster of a team. I mean, if it's not already a monster, he's he's getting it there, and I still feel that Barça can still be better than what they are today. So good times for Barça fans. 5-2 winners, comprehensive winners against Red Star Belgrade, and Bayern Munich also getting back to winning ways, a 0-0, Jamal Musiala. But sir, let's have a look at the other results before we look at the railway table once and for all. Shakhtar winning 2-1 against Young Boys, impressive result for them. Uske baad mein you had, of course, we spoke about Stade Brestois winning 2-1 away to Sparta Praha. You had Feyenoord lose at home to RB Salzburg, so that's a surprising, I think, good result for Salzburg over there. First win for them in this season's Champions League, and I think that's about it. We've covered all the major talking points of Wednesday's action from match day 4. Let's have a look at the table, which is the railway timetable, which is there. See, Liverpool are on top, Sporting second, Monaco third, Stade Brestois fourth, Inter fifth, Barça sixth, Dortmund seventh, Aston Villa eighth, Atalanta ninth, City, Juve, Arsenal, Leverkusen, Lille, Celtic, Dinamo Zagreb, Bayern, Madrid, Benfica, Milan, Feyenoord, Club Brugge, Atleti, PSV. अभी अगर आप देखोगे बड़े teams में you have PSG who are in that drop. If they finish from 25th to 36th, they will not make it to the next phase for sure. But they have a lot to do. Only 4 points on the board. But Liverpool, with a perfect start so far, 4 out of 4 for them. and like I mentioned, Inter and Atlanta with excellent defensive records. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the match day 4 of the Champions League. इसके बाद में एक international break आ रहा है दोस्तों वापस. So it's sad, but tonight is the Europa League and Roma play today in Belgium. उसका मैं live watch along करूंगा. 11 बजे से हम लोग start करेंगे. 11:15 का kick off है. So do tune in for that. Once again, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and share it with your friends. I'm Ajay Menon here. You were on my channel, Ajay Menon Sports. Until next time, it's ciao ciao.